Hey guys, how you doing? Hopefully you're doing okay. Going to read through the full article here. There's a link in the description. If you appreciate the coverage, please do like, comment, subscribe, share the video as you see fit. We'll start with the headline: Kenosha hostage situation. 3 victims are injured. The suspect is dead. So there's a blessing. The suspect is dead. 3 victims are injured. It's believed that at least two are gunshot victims. One of the victims are in critical condition. Another is in a serious condition. A third person was injured, but it's not clear if they were shot or if they otherwise suffered an injury. And we're not sure of the extent of the third person's injury. So 3 victims injured, at least two of them shot, one in critical condition, one in serious condition. A third, we're not 100% sure if they were shot. We're not 100% sure of their condition. We hope and pray that all 3 victims do recover from their injuries. We're not aware of any GoFundMes at this point in time. If that does come to light, if you guys are aware of that, make a comment. I'm more than happy to post a link to any relevant GoFundMes. But this is an incident which occurred Monday evening. So it came to a head at approximately 11:55 p.m. on Monday evening. This article was published about 8 hours ago. At that point in time, there was no risk, there was no threat to the community, but it was still an active crime scene. And there was no threat to the community because the kidnapper, the shooter, has been shot dead. So we're going to have a look through the details. 3 people were injured, including at least 2 people who were shot during a hostage situation in Kenosha Monday evening. The suspected shooter is dead. Police responded to the 1300 block of 56th Street around 9 p.m. for a report of an active shooter. As police approached, officers were shot at by the male suspect. Police returned fire. Police then entered the home after hearing reports of gunshot victims and hostages inside the house with the shooter. As I say, it is believed that there are at least 2 gunshot victims, one in critical condition, one in serious condition. A third person was injured, but we're not quite sure how they were injured. The suspected shooter is dead. I'm noting that the article isn't telling us how the suspected shooter died, if it was a self-inflicted gunshot wound, if he shot and killed himself, or if the officers did that for him. Don't know. Would be interesting to know. So we're told that there's no longer a threat to the community. It seems that there was one shooter. That shooter is dead. So the threat is eradicated, and that's pretty much all we know. So we have a bit of a map there. 56th Street and 13th Avenue, Kenosha, Wisconsin. We don't know the details of any of the victims. We don't know the details of the shooter at this point in time. Are we going to find out? Maybe. I would think that we'll learn more if the media wants us to learn more about it. I don't know. I shouldn't get too political, but it seems to me that I'll say it. Okay, fine, I'll say it. If there's going to be some political motive, if it's going to be argued that it was a hate crime, if it was a white person shooting black people, something along those lines, we'll hear about it. We'll hear more about it. If that's not the case, if it was let's say a black on black crime, we won't hear about it. Some topics based on race, I'm not the one being racist here. I'm just saying that it seems to me that the media does pick and choose which cases they give adequate cover to. And I would say if it was a white person with political motivations that had taken hostage black people or people of any other race other than white and killed them, then we would hear about it. But if it wasn't that, it will probably be not talked about for whatever reason. I don't really understand why the reasons for that. But I think that that's what happens in the media. And I believe that the media are dictated to by the government. The government, really. Anyway, that's a bit of a ramble, and I don't mean to take away from the distress that the families and the victims must be feeling. 3 injured, 1 in critical condition, 1 in serious condition, another we're not quite sure. So I'm going to wrap things up at this point. If you appreciate the coverage, please do like, comment, subscribe, and take care.